I'm looking through the window. I've been waiting for the weather to clear for a day, which should be tomorrow. It's cold now, and the rain is here, and it's just not nice, and I don't like to garden in that. So I'm hoping to get the remaining vegetables out of my beds. Hello, welcome back to the garden. It isn't going to warm up here anymore, near the end of October in my Zone 5B Newfoundland garden. So I'm going to get the rest of the vegetables out. There are mostly root vegetables, really, and all my vegetables I think are on the small-ish side. I don't throw anything away. You'll notice I will be bringing all of it in. I find it so fun and makes you creative in your cooking to figure out what to do with all those little bits. And they're all tasty, so don't throw them away. Now it's a bit windy today, so I probably will be dubbing over a little bit. But let's go take a look and see what this final harvest brings me. Starting with what's remaining of my leeks, I have already harvested and processed an awful lot. They're in my freezer. I chop, blanch, and freeze. So what's left, they were smaller, and so I let them grow on. But I'm not one to harvest in cold weather or solid ground, so they're all coming in. I've also made many leek and potato soups, delicious. These leeks that I've grown are called Rally, and they're an early summer variety. Even though this is late in the year, I have a short season, so I buy this hybrid because it works great for me. But I also have some Lancelot leeks, and they turned out, they're much taller, but thinner. So I think I'm going to stick with my good old Rally. Now my leeks are spread all over because I like to interplant, and I like alliums sort of in all beds just to really mix it up and discourage pests. Leeks are the first seeds that I start indoors. I started these January 25th. What a long haul for the leeks. And they're one of the last things that you pull. I don't pick out the large seedlings only when planting. I plant them all. So I have lots of small ones. But they're beautiful. I think the theme of today is nothing goes to waste. Baby braised leeks is gorgeous. But whatever I put these in, they'll be delicious. carrots were all succession plants, so they're a mixed bag. What I did was got rid of all the seeds that were in my little seed box. I just think it's time this year I do a refresher, getting rid of the old, and hey, I just threw them everywhere. The carrots that I previously had harvested, all the large ones are Napoli, and I don't think there's any of those here. There may be some. Now I know I have very small carrots here, and you may be laughing, and that's okay. I do go on and on how I waste nothing, and it's true. I see some people throw away in their compost vegetables that I think I could make a stir fry with that, So, yeah, I just don't believe in waste, and it's a challenge to say, oh look, and they're gorgeous, sweet, lovely carrots. So whatever vegetable size I have. A funny story actually. When we were first married, 33 years ago, no children, a knock came on the door. Bruce answered it and said, yes, one moment please, and came and got me and hid behind a wall and started laughing, and I had to go to the door, and it was a food drive. They were asking for donations. Well, to my horror, I knew I had nothing. We had a half a head of cabbage in the fridge. So I went in the cupboard to see what on earth could possibly be in there. And my mother used to bring boxes of, I don't know, old food, really, that she wasn't using. Anyway, I had a can of avocado. No, apricots. I had a can of apricots in the cupboard. And that's all I could give them. Mortified. Well, we still laugh about that to this day. At least we gave something. We could have used the food drive ourselves. Oh my. So yeah, why would you waste? And that half a head of cabbage, I mean, I truly think I can make food from a rock. And, that would stretch, and I could make so many different, jazz it up in all kinds of ways and make so many different meals from that remaining half a cabbage. Oh my, good old days. Another funny story as I reminisce. My two brothers were in Ontario. I was also, and they had an apartment. And early one morning, I get to knock on the door. They came in. I made them a cup of tea, and we talked for a while. And then they said, "Do you have any vacuuming you need done? Do you want us to dust?" I realized immediately that they were starving. So I said, "Would you like me to put some pasta on?" "Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great." Well, they were laughing and giggling. That's what made me think of the story. McDonald's had, again, going back, I wasn't even married at this point. McDonald's had 2 for $1 for $1.99, and my brothers scraped up between the two of them $1.99 exactly, and they were over the moon. Let's go get us each a burger. They've neglected to think about or consider there's tax on that. So they too had to walk away and couldn't get their burgers, and that's why they ended up at my door. Well, it's another story we still laugh about. So wasting these little things? Not me, never.
The Brussels sprouts I grow each year are called Jade Cross. They're an early maturing variety that do really well in high winds, in any kind of adverse weather actually, because they're a bit lower to the ground. After I set some of these aside for immediate use, I will blanch and freeze the rest. The Brussels sprout tops I use just sort of like a cabbage. I keep them whole, steam them as is. They're really tasty, beautiful green. This is the first year I've done better with my rutabaga. The large ones have already been pulled, and actually I've got some stored in the garage in some potting soil. They're the standard York variety. And yeah, they're not huge what's left here, but I'm really pleased. This is the best year I've had for them. So that's a win. The years that I didn't have them grow well, I really miss them. It's funny how I don't think of a rutabaga when I think of, a meal or main side dish. But if I don't have them, boy do I miss them. And just for your standard soups and stews and roasted winter vegetables.
I know, it's hard, but anyway, okay, just try to. Yeah, you're okay. So now you might want to try to rotate it. You don't want to lose the root.
Oh, the fun task of harvesting the darn parsnips. I recruited my son here. My back is going at this point, but I needed his strength. The parsnips I grow each year are called Harris Model. And gloves off. If nothing else, it was fun family time.
What the hell?
I've been here. Oh, he's a chunky monkey.
Almost all of my celery I've previously harvested and chopped and blanched also for my winter use. The celeriac will store in my crisper for months and months, another wonderful winter resource. So these are just some of the smaller plants that are left over. I always grow the celery variety Tango. It's tender and almost stringless, and again it's very tolerant of adverse weather. Oh, and the celeriac is called Brilliant. And finally, I'm just grabbing some of the scraps, some broccoli and broccolini, the last of the zucchini, pulling the plants, the last of the lettuce. And I'm leaving the cabbage and I'm still leaving some plants out that I hope will maybe survive a little longer.
Well, I'm done for the day. I'm pretty tired. I'm pleased with all the remaining vegetables that were out there. It's a lot of food, really. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider. It would really be helpful. Well, that's all for now. Take care. We'll see you soon.